As you know, Lecanemab has been approved by the FDA about a couple of years ago. This is a remarkable achievement for our colleagues at Eisai. I congratulate them for that. And however, Lecanemab has been shown to have certain challenges. First of all, it has not shown a strong evidence of efficacy. At the same time, it has a clear challenge of adverse effect, including ADR. So the way we have been contacted and work with Eisai, is find ways to mitigate the adverse effect. At the same time, to maintain, even to improve the cognitive functions. How do you do that? One easy way is combination therapy. We have the drug called NA-831. It is a small molecule drug. We have been working on this for the last number of years. It is an oral formulation versus intravenous infusion as required by Lecanemab. So you can imagine Lecanemab require, I believe, every 2 weeks, a combination every 2 weeks for infusion. Before that, the patient have to validate with the amyloid baseline. You normally take the PET scan and MRI. So it is a lot of support to validate and to prepare the patient for treatment with monoclonal antibodies like Lecanemab. And our drug is much similar, being a small molecule drug, oral formulation. We believe that it could be a complementary to Lecanemab. In addition to that, NA-831 based on a different mechanism of action. As you see, Lecanemab and all the drugs like aducanumab are now the newly approved, recently approved by FDA, donanemab. These are monoclonal antibodies. They're designed to target, to remove, or to mitigate amyloid beta. That's which is a very good, well-established method. We bring a different waters, a different pathway. Our drug based on neurogenesis. Neurogenesis means generation of new neurons. Why you need it? It has been shown that in our brain, the hippocampus is the place where memory and cognitive functions play a very critical part in that particular region of the brain. And research has shown that even before you can measure or identify the changes of amyloid beta, well before that, things happen in the hippocampus. And that's remarkable research done by many distinguished scientists. They say that in the hippocampus, there appears to be a reduced, clearly radical change of the amount of new neurons no longer produced in hippocampus. Let's go back and think about that. We have believed that our brain, we're born with a fixed number of neurons. Like you and I, maybe we have like many billion neurons. I have many billion neurons, and we're born with a fixed number of neurons. It's not true. In fact, over the past 2 decades or so, research shown that the neurons continue be born and generated in the hippocampus up to as late as 97 years of age. A couple of years ago, research at University of Illinois showed that they have 2 groups of people. One basically agreed to have their brain biopsy right after they die. So one is a group of people are well, clear mind, but they die in old age, say 90 to 97 years of age. Another group of people have dementia, have Alzheimer's disease. And within about short time, say within an hour, the brain has been examined after people pass away. They find that for those who just die with the sound mind, there's evidence that new neurons just been born and generated about an hour ago before they die. And the number of neurons in the brain are the same thing as when they were young, the same as the young people. Whereas the people who die of dementia, Alzheimer's disease, there's a drastically reduction of number of neurons in the hippocampus. And we have animal studies show that, but recently we do have the real clinical data of patients die with the neuron newly generated and they pass away. So it is one of the very clear indications to us that it may not be the only one, but could be a very good biomarker. When you lose neuron, when our hippocampus no longer making new neurons when we were young, that is a sign of trouble. Then it's true, without the neuron, you're no longer able to connect the neurotransmission. There's a lot of spiral effect that really change the situation there. So with that, we believe that the hippocampus is someplace we should look closely, right? So the neurogenesis is the ability to help to enable hippocampus to make new neurons. So the drug NA-831 is designed to stimulate it, to catalyze the generation of new neurons, to make up for the loss, to offset for the aged neurons, for neuron has been wounded or recently died. So we believe that that pathway very complementary to the amyloid concept. And so back to your question, why you do that? You think that because both methods are complementary, therefore potentially two things happen. There could be a synergy if the best 1 + 1 = 3 perhaps, or 1 + 1 = 2.5 is okay. Yeah, we don't want to see 1 + 1 less than 2, right? So we think that by target the brain with two pathway, they are very likely more benefit than risk. So that's what our hypothesis. Yeah. And by the way, as you and I know that in oncology, the cocktail combination therapy is very common. Most drugs have 2 or 3 components to make it work, right? Why not neurology? One of the easy understanding is that there are not many drugs have been approved by the FDA for neurogenesis. So far only 3 drugs, right? So that's why the limited choices. So we think that a potential combination therapy of Lecanemab and our drug could give us more insight. It can clarify how does the drug work in the body. One target amyloid, one target neurogenesis. Can both of one benefit the patient? This is something we can find out in the clinical trials.